Very good morning, children. Now, you studied about matter. What is matter? Any substances that has mass and need space to occupy is called matter. And matter can exist in three different forms. Which are the three different forms of matter? Solids, liquids, and gases. Solids, liquids and gases are made up of small particles, and these particles are arranged in different manner. That's why solids, liquids and gases, they have different properties. We studied that in solids, particles are closely packed. Because of that tight packing of particles, they have fixed shape. In liquids, particles are loosely packed and they can flow and they don't have definite shape. In gases, particles are very loosely packed. That's why they can flow very easily than liquids. Gases and liquids are called fluids. Okay, gases and liquids, they can flow from one place to another place. That's why they are called fluids. Understood now? We can discuss about the three states of water. Water is the only substance that can exist in three different forms. Do you know which are the three different forms of water? The three different forms of water are ice, water and water vapor. Okay, water can exist in three forms. The three forms are ice, water and water vapor. Ice is the solid form, water is the liquid form, and water vapor is the gaseous form of water. And you know, water changes into ice when we keep inside the freezer. So that time the water changes into ice. That process is called freezing or solidification. Okay, water can change into ice on cooling. Inside the freezer, it is cooling. Water is cooling and it changes into ice. That process is called freezing. Okay, so water we can change into ice by cooling. That process is called freezing. Okay, then the same ice, if you keep outside the refrigerator for some time, it again change into water. Okay, so that time the solid state of water change into liquid form. Understood? Solid ice changes into liquid water when we keep it outside the refrigerator. That process is called melting. Okay, it is called melting. So melting means the solid changes into liquid by heating. When you keep ice outside the refrigerator, that ice changes into water. That process is called melting. Okay, so solid can change into liquid. It is called, that process is called melting. Cream, you know, ice cream, if you keep outside for some time, it melts and you have to keep inside the refrigerator, then only it becomes solid. Understood? And the same water, if you heat for some time, you are going to heat the same water for some time. That time you can able to see the vapor come out from the water. It is called evaporation. Okay, when we heat water, the water changes into water vapor. Water vapor is the gaseous form of water. So liquid changes into gas. Okay, when we heat a liquid, it changes into a gas. That process is called evaporation. Understood? And the same water vapor, when we cool, it changes into water. Okay, so when we cool gas, it changes into liquid again. It is called condensation. That process is called condensation. When we cool gas, it changes into liquid. Okay, it is called condensation. Understood?
Let us see how matter changes from one state to another. Ice melts on heating and turns into water. Water, when heated, forms water vapor. Water vapor condenses on cooling to turn back into water. When this water freezes on further cooling, it turns into ice. Now, let us see what happens when you light a candle. The wax near the flame starts melting and begins to flow down. Do you know why? Candle is made of wax, and wax is a solid in its natural state. A candle just kept outside will not melt unless lit. Now, look at this ice cream. It is made out of milk, which is a liquid in its natural state. It is frozen milk. That is why, if an ice cream is left outside, it will melt to become milk again. But it will never evaporate. Thus, matter normally does not change its state on its own unless some external pressure or force is applied or its temperature is changed.